6 years ago, when I was 13, I was standing on a temporary stage in the center of my school cafeteria, in front of my teachers, classmates, and local politicians. You know when you have learned something cool and just have to tell everyone about it? My mission was to convince them to include programming in the Swedish educational curriculum. Now, why would someone listen? Now, why would someone listen to this clearly over-enthusiastic teenager? It all boils down to perspective. Youths have grown up with technology and have, in one sense, co-evolved with it. And I argued that because technology is so ingrained in modern society, it is akin to a social science. That today, we do not solely consist of a biological code, but also of a technological one. And that neglecting digital understanding would make us vulnerable and at mercy of the service providers. With AI models such as AlphaGo, ChatGPT, DALL-E, and many more, the greater public has finally realized the comprehensive applications of these tools, and that they are here to stay. I mean, even ChatGPT understands the importance of itself. Many seem to mistake programming for pure logic and dry work. But for me, programming was just another medium for expressing myself. I replaced colors with code and paintings with programs. And the fantastic thing about these digital paintings is that they are dynamic and can provide value. You see, I use programming not to replace, but to explore, enhance, and empower. I integrated coding with my schoolwork, allowing me to be more creative, solve problems, and develop tools for learning. For history, I created an interactive adventure game, taking you through the history of modern science. For biology, I programmed a website to minimize food waste by suggesting recipes based on your leftovers. For maths, I created an automatic matrix solver with animations that visually show the solution. For the student union, I handcrafted a web page to automate member management. For physics, I visualized the polarity of magnets to understand how they behave under different conditions. And for chemistry, I coded an app that generated words by combining elements of the periodic table. Unfortunately, you cannot spell women with the periodic table, so I used wonders instead, thinking that's kind of the same thing. But my absolute favorite was applying programming to language. With my research project on artificial intelligence and emotions, I created an algorithm that analyzed every sentence in 5,000 books to see if there was a difference between what feelings we associate with gender. And it showed that we do use certain groups of words in different emotional contexts. And this is one reason why I am so wow over AI. Because if I could read one book a day, it would take me almost 14 years to read 5,000 books, while my algorithm could do it in 2 hours. Perhaps this was my way of procrastinating, sometimes spending more time on the program than the actual assignment. But it made it more fun. Using my passions in my work made it come to life. And it shows how much creative freedom you actually have within a subject. For my project, I became a member of the Swedish national team of young scientists, where I got the opportunity to compete with my research and win awards across 4 continents, meeting incredible young minds worldwide. But the journey did not stop there. During the past year, I've had the privilege of working with inspiring researchers at AI Sweden to develop a language model for Swedish, capable of responding to philosophical questions. The result? A chatbot named Clara, based on the robot from Kazuo Ishiguro's book Clara and the Sun, was displayed at the Liljevalchs Museum in collaboration with the Nobel Prize Museum as part of their exhibition, Eternal Life. And I got the honor of presenting the chatbot to Serge Haroc, Nobel laureate in physics, and to discuss the future of AI here at Stockholm Waterfront. My point is that for me, AI and technology have opened so many doors. And I can confidently say that starting to program has been one of the best decisions that I've ever made. So let me clarify two terms that are often used interchangeably. Coding is the act of writing code, while programming is solving problems with the computer. Realize that writing code is just one aspect of programming. And I would argue that if you use the computer to aid you in your work and solve problems, you are a programmer. AI will lower the barrier to digital production and thus challenge us to be more creative and different, to find the things that we humans are uniquely qualified to do. However, the danger arises if technological development is solely driven by one person, one company, one country with one background, one set of values, and one goal. We need as many voices as possible into the development of AI to create a nuanced and inclusive piece of technology. But our current governments cannot keep up with the fast pace of this field, which lays an incredible amount of responsibility on us, admins, developers, and users. In today's global AI parliament, our vote is our engagement. And if we do not engage, well, then that someone else will engage for us. So let's get involved and be part of shaping the future. Because the world needs you. It needs your unique perspectives, thoughts, and feelings more than ever. And if you do not know where to start, I would recommend 3 things. 1, get involved. Participate in the conversation. And with this point, you're already doing great. 2, get creative. Apply and reflect on the implications, possibilities, and challenges for your field. How can you use your unique background to make something useful? And finally, get tinkering. Be confident that there is always a more efficient and a more fun way of doing things. Keep what works, reject what is inefficient, and develop what has potential. Because as Darwin once discovered, it is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent. It is the one most adaptable to change. I am optimistic about our future, because if I, as a 19-year-old, cannot allow myself to be a bit optimistic, when will I? So get going, get involved, get creative, and get tinkering. Because artificial intelligence has already changed the world. And I cannot wait to see how you change the world with it. Thank you.
Yeah.